Today, humans get their electricity from many renewable sources, like wind energy, hydropower, geothermal energy, and biomass. However, our best energy source is not on Earth, but at the center of the solar system. Our sun is just a giant nuclear reactor that provides energy for basically every organism on our planet. So what's to say it can't power our homes or cars? The key to harnessing solar energy is silicon, the second most abundant element on the planet. Silicon is a semiconductor, so it conducts electricity only under certain circumstances. Silicon atoms each have 4 outer electrons that are used up in each of the bonds. If these charges can't flow, then we don't have electricity. If we add some phosphorus atoms, since each of those has an extra electron that can move, we have the ability to make electricity. We can do something similar by adding boron atoms instead. Boron has 3 outer electrons, so replacing a silicon atom with it leaves a hole that electrons can move into. We call these modified semiconductors N-type and P-type. Alone, N-types and P-types are electrically neutral. They don't make any noticeable current. To direct the flow of electrons, we need an electric field, which we can make by putting the 2 types in contact with each other. When we do this, the excess electrons from the N-type flow to fill up the holes in the P-type, making one plate positively charged and the other negatively charged. We have our electric field, but it also acts as a barrier for electron movement. We need energy if these electrons are going to move. Energy for electrons comes from particles called photons. Luckily, sunlight has plenty of those. If a photon strikes an electron, it can get knocked out, making a hole. Our electron moves to the positive side, while the hole moves the other way. Just like that, we have current. To move the electrons out of the solar cell, 2 aluminum plates are used to conduct the electrons out and back in. Once leaving the cell, the electrons travel through a closed circuit to all appliances and then return back to the semiconductors. This keeps the existing electric field, but also maintains a total net charge of 0 between the N and P type. Even today, solar panels are relatively inefficient. A lot of sunlight that strikes the solar cell is either reflected or lost as heat. We can add an anti-reflective coating, but even then, solar panels only convert about 15 to 20% of sunlight into electricity. As of now, solar panels require a lot of space to make up for their inefficiency. Also, sunlight doesn't evenly strike the Earth's surface, making solar power inconsistent. But even then, the sun is the best source of energy in the entire solar system. So making solar power more efficient could consistently provide a reliable source of energy for even the poorest parts of the world.